So I'm a huge Fulham fan, and in 2014, when we got relegated from the Premier League, I went to pretty much every game. I think I made it to 35 out of our 38 league games, which was unfortunate because we were shit that season. But one of our famous games from that season was Aston Villa away, which I went to, and of course I'd placed a bet on the game. My bet was under 2.5 goals, so I needed less than 3 goals in the game and I was going to win. I'd put my entire month's salary on this, as always, and I was desperate. Now, I used to do this quite a lot. I would go to Fulham games and place a bet on it in the hope of making it more exciting for myself, and I would never ever bet against my team. That would be a silly thing to do because then I'm just not supporting my team. So this is a huge game for Fulham, and I'm at Villa Park, and we get towards the end of the game and it's 1-1 at this point, and I think, well, I need Fulham to win because it's a huge game in our season, but at the same time I can't have any more goals because I'm going to lose all of my money. And it gets to the 86th minute and Fulham score and the crowd goes insane. It's one of the most mental away ends I've ever been in. It was insane. There were limbs everywhere. It was a huge goal in our potential battle to avoid relegation, but I just couldn't celebrate it. I was gutted. I'd lost my entire month's salary and I left the ground. Fulham ended up winning 2-1. And everyone was buzzing, and we got the coach back down to London, and everyone was just over the moon, and my heart was just crushed because I didn't know what I was going to do again to survive the rest of the month. I had no money. I didn't even have any money to get the train fare back home when we got back to London. And I just wanted to come on here and tell this story as an example of how betting destroys how you view sports. I was a huge football fan, a huge tennis fan, an enormous Fulham fan, but I just couldn't enjoy it without placing a bet. And even when I did place a bet, and if my team won, I couldn't enjoy it because I was losing money. And it genuinely took me years to get back to a point where I was genuinely enjoying football. I've just been to Fulham today. We beat Burnley 3-1 and I loved it. It was great. I mean, it was a terrible game, horrible quality. If Fulham continue the way they're going, they're in big trouble next season. But I had a great time. If this was me 4 years ago, I would have been chewing my nails throughout the whole game. I would have been watching the other scores of the bets that I might have had on. I would have had a bet probably on the Fulham game, and if it didn't come through, I wouldn't have been able to enjoy the victory. But I feel so blessed to be in a position where I can enjoy the sport now. It brings so much joy to my life, and it always has done. Why do I need to add any more excitement than it does with a bet? I don't. That's the answer.